Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the playlist. I'm Josh Randall. The playlist?
Sorry, I'm Tyler
Playbook.
Sorry, I was looking back because we're about to look back on the games last week.
Oh, we're looking back at the AFC and NFC Championship games.
Indeed,
Tyler,
we
do you want
are.
to start us off with that? I'm sure you have lots of things
Indeed,
to
I
talk
will.
about.
I will start off in the AFC where Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl for the first time in 50 years after beating the Titans 35-24, if I believe that's correct, right?
35-24.
Yep.
That's correct.
And that, if we take a look back at the game, and we can see Patrick Mahomes is more than one way to beat the team he's facing. Like, if we bring up the video of him running for that 27-yard run, he escapes the pocket. There's three-man rushes. He's breaking away from tackles. He's running on the sideline. He's getting close to going out of bounds. And quarterbacks go out of bounds right there. But no, he's smart. He doesn't want to. He needs that touchdown for the team. He takes it. Three guys come at him. He gets it. He leads the game. He led the team in rushing yards for 53 yards. And there's no play. We don't have it. I wish we did. He was running out of the pocket at 10.92 miles per hour and launches a 60-yard bomb to his wide receiver Sammy Watkins. Mm-hmm. And then Frank Clark, the defensive line, he talks it up. He says, Derrick Henry's nothing. We can stop him. They hold Derrick Henry to 69 yards. Mm-hmm. 19 rushes and then 69 yards. He backs up his talk.
Yeah.
And going back to Mahomes' run game, if a quarterback like that, mobility, just look at what happened to San Francisco when they faced quarterbacks like that, like Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson. They lost those games because the quarterbacks are mobile. And Kansas City's wait is long over. It's done. They're going to the Super Bowl. Andy Reid has a chance to win the Super Bowl, and their defense is good enough to win it all.
Really?
Yes.
That's a bold claim.
Now, wait, I'll go back to the NFC now.
Okay.
So, going back to the run game, their San Francisco running game is one of a kind. Mm-hmm. Their running back runs for four touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Garoppolo throws for 7 yards.
77 yards. He only attempted 8 passes the whole game.
Exactly.
Completed 6 of them.
Jimmy G has weapons, too. Mm-hmm. It's going to be offense, but it's going to be whoever's defense case first, like you said.
Yeah.
But both teams have weapons. The Chiefs have more weapons, but Jimmy G has more ways. He can either throw it, hand it off to his running back, or run the ball. Chiefs don't really have a run game besides Mahomes. But go through all that, there might be something wrong with Jimmy if he doesn't throw the ball as much as he does his last game. Because if he does that against the Chiefs, he's not going to get it done.
Do you really think the Chiefs' defense has improved that much?
Better than the Packers' defense. They won't get blown out 28-0 at halftime.
The final score of that game was 37-20.
Yeah, exactly.
Going back to just Patrick Mahomes, went 23 for 35 that game, 294 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown himself. It was just an incredible game for Patrick Mahomes. It was one of the highlight games of his career, one of those highlight plays that we saw earlier. I'm really looking forward to the Super Bowl. I think that, Jimmy G and the 49ers are a very strong contender, and I think also so is the Chiefs. I mean, I think the Vegas odds I think Kansas City's the favorite. The odds are really jumbled.
1.5 or something.
It's really strange. The odds are jumbled. I wouldn't bet against this game,
No,
but
I wouldn't either.
Just looking at that, I mean, Aaron Rodgers for the Packers, he threw 2 touchdowns. And 2 picks, but not the point. When Aaron Rodgers 31 for 39 that game, it just seemed like that was the most lopsided, at least first half of football game, first 3 quarters, more or less, because the Packers didn't even really start scoring until the 4th quarter. It was one of the most lopsided games I'd ever watched. Mind you, it was a playoff game. I was so surprised. I was watching the game, and I was just like, I could turn this off right now, and I could tell, the 49ers are just running away with this game, and I don't understand. It was madness to me. Now, as far as the Chiefs-Titans game go, I feel like that was... originally last show I had predicted the opposite. I thought that the Packers and 49ers game was going to be a lot closer, and I thought the Chiefs and Titans game was going to be a blowout.
Well.
But I must say, though, the Titans, for being the wild card seed, they proved their worth as a team. They made the Chiefs work for this win.
They were down 10 points at one point. The Chiefs had to come back from 10-point deficit to win.
And I think that Patrick Mahomes really started to put the team on his back in the second half.
He has too much heart to give the Super Bowl away.
I just think though that's kind of like the problem with the Chiefs right now is that Patrick Mahomes can't do it all, and especially when you're coming into the Super Bowl against Jimmy G and I'd say all around good team with the 49ers. I'd say that
Yeah, you're going
defense
against
really good.
against Jimmy G and a defense that's on a whole different
that
level.
defense is unbelievable. We've never seen a 49ers defense this good in how long? And especially Richard Sherman's back on his game.
And if the 49ers win this game, they'll be tied in most Super Bowls with the Pats and the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. I just think that, I just want to look at the Titans again, man.
19 rushes for 69 yards.
Ryan Tannehill threw 2 touchdowns.
How many interceptions?
0. Yeah.
How many hits did he get? If you watch that game,
he
pressuring him.
He ended up going 21 for 31, 209 passing yards.
They were rushing him like nothing.
it was crazy. I felt that the Titans' offense was just overloaded that game. I feel like the Chiefs' defense.
The stats you just said for him, I guarantee was all in the first half.
I bet it was, honestly.
Second half they sucked. I'm sorry, but they did not get together.
Derrick Henry ran in for a touchdown. I mean, the Chiefs' defense held them nicely, and I really thought that they would have like a tougher time against this team. I really did. I mean, we saw against the Texans I don't know if that was an offensive problem or a defensive problem, either way you want to look at it, but I think that the Chiefs' defense has definitely stepped it up from last season. I think they do have a genuine shot at winning the Super Bowl. But still, I don't want to bet against the 49ers. I really don't. I didn't want to bet against the Titans last week because I really thought it was going to be that close of a game. And it was a decently close game. I mean, they lost by, 2 touchdowns? Almost 2 touchdowns, 11 points.
11 points, yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just really think that...
But see, the thing is about the Chiefs is that they have Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, and Sammy Watkins, and Robinson. Mm-hmm. All their receivers run under a 4.3 for a 40-yard dash. Mm-hmm. Tyreek Hill ran a 4.18 or something like that, or 17. Mecole Hardman ran a 4.19. Those 2 receivers are the fastest receivers in the league. Mm. The Chiefs have them. Mahomes has weapons.
Yeah, but so does Jimmy G, and that's the thing. I mean, Jimmy G. I mean, these stats aren't going to show it because Jimmy G only threw the ball 8 times that game. But I think that. Yeah, honestly, as we were talking with our producer the other day, Giesler, he said, listen, the 49ers they're not going to change their game plan until it stops working because 49ers just kept running the ball the whole game. And they got 30 points off it. It was madness. It was just it was one of those games where you just look at that game and say, how was it this lopsided? How did the Packers slip this hard against that team? I really don't understand. I think that this game, I just hope, disregarding everything I just said, I just hope that this game between the Chiefs and 49ers, this Super Bowl, is not a repeat of the Patriots and Rams.
Oh my God, I won't watch it.
I do not want to watch that Super Bowl.
Watch
this is like on tap to be one of the best Super Bowls, one of the most exciting Super Bowls since I can't even remember when. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I feel like it's going to be...
I really don't.
I talked to a certain person the other day, Tim Woods. Mm-hmm. He said that I think he predicted it would be 13-7, I think he said at halftime. Mm-hmm. He didn't say what team because he didn't know.
Yep.
But the biggest chess match in the Super Bowl is how the San Francisco defense will approach Mahomes and the Chiefs, the passing game-wise, I mean. Because Tennessee, you saw it went man-to-man. Mahomes looked for his outside receivers, got him, launched a 60-yard bomb.
It doesn't matter what you do against Patrick Mahomes. And then, you can blitz him if you want. Then he's got open receivers, and you cannot, and then he can just run the ball.
And then you have the zone defense they run. He just targets the big man Kelsey, who...
Exactly.
How many yards did Kelsey get?
Travis Kelsey, that game...
I don't think it was a lot.
He got 3 receptions, 30 yards, averaged 10 yards.
Yeah. See, he averaged 10 yards a catch because he bulldozed his way. And the man zone, he was just between either 2 quarterbacks or 1 linebacker. He can just get through him like that.
And this is the biggest difference that I'm looking at. But actually...
It's going to be a dilemma.
It's going to be weird because both of these teams, what I'm noticing is that... I was looking at the wrong thing. What I'm noticing about this Chiefs team right now with the receiving is he was hitting all of his targets, too.
Everybody got
Watkins
target.
has 7 receptions. Tyreek Hill had 5. Damian, Williams,
the running back,
had 5. DeMarcus
Robinson
had 2. Travis Kelsey had 3. And then Mecole Hardman had 1 himself. He's hitting all of his targets, and I don't know if that's a problem on the defense, or I just don't know if that's Patrick Mahomes just being a god.
That's just Patrick Mahomes being a god. I guarantee it.
I don't know. That's the thing.
That's the thing about Mahomes. He gets everybody involved. Mm-hmm. That's the thing with 49ers won't know because I guarantee they're gonna have Richard Sherman on Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, but
or Sammy Watkins.
You got to think of how much film the 49ers have watched at this point.
But
it's crazy.
The Titans had to watch a lot of film.
Yeah.
And like you said, Mahomes, I don't think anybody really expects Mahomes to go for his like third string receivers, like fourth string receivers, or a running back, but he does. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a biggest question mark for the 49ers, how they're going to stop Mahomes. And then for the Chiefs, it's going to be how they're going to stop that defense.
But even then, I just look at this Chiefs game and they still conceded 24 points against what's his name? I already forgot. Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
it's like I mean they conceded 24 points
against Derrick Henry though.
Again, it's going to come down to
the 49ers gave away 20 points.
Yeah, that is
23
true.
Actually.
It
was 20. Yeah.
It's 20. Again, this game is just going to come down to whose defense sucks less. Mm-hmm. And I think that for the Chiefs, that's been the story pretty much all season. Anytime they've had a big game, it's basically can the defense hold up, and they've shown that time and time again. The Chiefs' defense has shown up. I don't know. I think Super Bowl jitters is going to come to effect. It always does for somebody, at least. I mean, even Tom Brady, it happens for him. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what this Chiefs team can do. I can't pick a clear winner right now. I really can't. I think I can't make a prediction. This is too close to call.
I won't make a prediction.
I
physically and mentally will not choose a team to win this game.
Let's just hope that guy from Arrowhead in the Texans game does not show up.
Oh yeah, funny story about that.
Funny story. He
So
gave him a grill.
The Texans guy, there was a fan who went to the Chiefs-Texans game. He left when they were down 24-0. Chiefs came back to win. So he said he was not showing up. And Patrick Mahomes said in an interview, watch the next game at home. He did. Chiefs won. They got him a new grill and customized jersey.
Crazy.
It was insane.
Isn't his name like Bad Luck Chuck or something like that?
No.
Something
it was like Penn
that.
something.
Oh, I don't know. Anyways, all right, we good with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on to our second question.
Number 4.
We have, I'm pretty sure at this point, we have officially
NBA
moved to the halfway point of the year as far as NBA. I want to say, what are your biggest disappointments so far? What are your biggest team-wise? There it goes.
The Blazers.
You think the Trailblazers' biggest disappointment? Go ahead.
Yeah. Because, I'm not sure. I'm kind of convinced that this front office thing is a test right now to see if they can surround anybody or they can surround Lillard with literally anybody and still make playoffs.
Yeah.
Because, they're kind of, I don't know what's happening there.
They're in 10th currently. They're only 2 games behind 8th place Spurs. So
see that
this also isn't updated. We had games last night too.
I'm just confused about what they're doing over there because if they're doing what they're doing right now, if they're not seeing if this is not a test, then they're gonna ruin Damian Lillard's career because they let Aminu, Harkless, Cantor, Seth Curry, and Jake Lawman all walk away in free agency.
And they got Carmelo Anthony. That's the only thing they got out of it. And
I'm
pretty sure they just got.
They traded Leonard for Hassan Whiteside. They have injured players: Zach Collins, Rodney Hood, and see Jim Cullum sometimes.
Yep.
And Nurkic, I think it's
Nurkic.
Yeah, Nurkic. What is happening?
I have no clue.
I don't understand what they're doing for that team. Lillard's on another level. He is an all NBA caliber player. He's having an incredible season, just dropped 61 points. He needs help. Trae Young, exactly, that picture is perfect right now. He needs help.
Who, Trae Young?
Both.
Trae Young, the story of Trae Young right now, I just don't like what path it's going down, honestly. I think he's such a good caliber player on just a bottom of the league team. I think that's really true. But anyways, if you had asked me before last night's game, Pelicans against, I think it was the San Antonio Spurs. If you would have asked me before last night's game who the biggest disappointment is out of the whole league, I would have said Zion. I really would have.
He still is.
But see, that's the thing. We don't exactly know yet. I'm not going to say Zion now because that was only his first game. Granted, he did well. It took him a couple quarters. It took him into the fourth quarter. But once he got into the fourth quarter, once he got into his rhythm,
17 straight points.
It was incredible. It was something that we haven't seen in such a long time.
A big man shooting 4 for 4 from 3.
4 for 4. But he was. Granted, he was unguarded. The defense wasn't too tight on him, especially 3-point range. But still, he was knocking down the shots. But the biggest disappointment I want to look at this season is the Houston Rockets. I really think I have such a problem with the fact that the Rockets are not top 3 in the East right now. They have such good caliber players. They brought in Russell Westbrook so they could win the Western Conference, and they're doing nothing with him. Russell Westbrook was so much better on the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder are currently 7th in the West right now, despite having nobody but Chris Paul. I think I'm perplexed by the idea of how the Rockets are not just taking names right now. I don't understand. It's so confusing to me, and it's just it's unbelievable. They're currently 25 for 12. This is just the statistics that we had prior to last night's games, but honestly, it's so disappointing to see what's happening to that team, especially because Russell Westbrook, if he's not happy, he's going to go on a fit about it. He's going to leave. Russell Westbrook is one of those players who is not afraid to voice his emotions. I think that is one of the things that's one of the characters.
Look what he said to the Utah Jazz fan last year. He said he's going to murder him and his wife.
The fan said that to Russell, right?
No.
Really?
He said I can kill you or something like that. He basically threatened his life.
Yeah, it's Russell Westbrook.
The guy did call him the N-word, but
Russell Westbrook is not afraid to say what he wants, and I think that you need to keep Russell Westbrook happy for him to perform. That as we saw OKC Thunder, he put that team on his back, but he had nobody else.
Excuse me?
He had other than Paul George. Excuse me.
You.
Paul George existed on that team, but I still think even then. Russell Westbrook, it was clear he wasn't happy with that team. It was so clear that he just wasn't. Especially, prior to last season, let's say he was happy. It was a good team.
Yeah, and then he saw Paul George dip, and he's
like,
I'm not staying on this team by myself again. So he left. But now they have Shea.
Russell Westbrook, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Bang bang.
Unbelievable. Yeah, honestly, I'm not liking where this Rockets team is going. I had them as contenders for the Western Conference at the end of the season. I honestly don't think that's going to come to fruition anymore. Maybe they still have half a season to turn it around, but I am severely questioning this team right now. Tyler, your biggest disappointment of the NBA so far?
So, as you know, it was my first is the Blazers. Second, the Philadelphia 76ers. Yes, they dealt with injuries, okay? Yes, they're currently 13 games above 500, and yes, they've gotten some big wins this year, but I'm still disappointed at this point.
Yep.
Because I'm making a big statement. Leading into this league, I picked the 76ers to go to the NBA Finals.
Really?
Because look what they did last year.
Over the Bucks?
Yeah, over the Bucks. Look what they did last year. They win. They made it far and stuff. And now I'm disappointed to say that they're 5th in their division. Like, I don't know what's happening with them right now.
They lost Jimmy Butler for one thing. I just think the problem with the 76ers was the fact that the rest of the league moved on. You know what I mean? The 76ers didn't really bring in anybody over the free agency window. Jimmy Butler left and went to the Heat, and now the Heat are 27-10, currently 2nd in the East. Celtics came in, they're on fire. I mean, they're doing well. They're not completely on fire.
But see, that's the thing, like, with the 76ers...
Look at the Raptors. The Raptors are in 4th.
I know, but like, everything's like, I don't know what's happening right now. Because I expect the 76ers, all these known big teams have nothing. Like, I expect the Celtics to be at 2, and the 76ers to be at 3. But none of that's happening right now.
Because the rest of the league moved on. The 76ers did nothing.
I expected the 76ers to be playing like title contenders while everyone else is struggling. And no, it's literally the opposite way around, and I'm getting mad about it.
The 76ers did nothing in free agency. Everybody else did something. The Raptors didn't even do anything. They lost Kawhi Leonard, yet they're still in 4th. What does that tell you about the state of Philadelphia and the state of Toronto? I mean, obviously they're two very different settings, but it's clear to see that one team is getting along, I'd say, a lot better than the other. I mean, yes, granted, the 76ers have had their fair share of injuries so far this season, but I still think it's incredible how they're underperforming. I mean, again, they still have half a season to make it up, and I mean, it's just madness. Joel Embiid is not performing to where he should be whatsoever.
He has a dislocated finger.
I know, but even before that, he wasn't.
Yeah.
It was
See,
madness.
the thing is about them is that my biggest concern with them is away from home.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're 20-2 at home.
20-2.
Yeah, but like not. I think this. What's the record?
Record currently prior to last night's game is 25-14.
Yeah, they're 20-2 at home, and away from home they're an underwhelming 9-14.
That's unacceptable
and
for a team.
We all know that they're not going to get the 1 seed in the East, so most likely they're going to be playing. If they make it to the finals, they're going to be playing on the road a lot. and they're not going to be able to get the job done at all.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking that's not a market of contender. Like, that's not how contenders should play.
No, not at all.
So I'm disappointed in them. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in the 76ers too. I think a lot of people say that Golden State Warriors is a disappointment. I simply can't even blame the Golden State Warriors for, what's happening to them. They simply lost their players. They're dealing with injuries. Curry's coming back March 1st, though. Is that correct?
That is true.
March 1st marks the return of Steph Curry. Yeah, I just think this is a crazy NBA season. I think it really is. This is the most, I don't want to say like even NBA season that we've had, but it's the most competitive by far. We have in the East right now, we have the top 3 teams separated by 5 games, which sounds like a lot, but then through 4 through 6 or 4 through 8 is only like 3 or 4 games. It's crazy. And then in the West we have 2nd through 6th is only separated by 2 games. That 3rd being the Clippers at 26-12 prior to last night's games again. But I just think it's crazy. This league, it's changing. I just think that, from where we were with the Golden State Warriors and the Cavs to then the Raptors coming in, I think that the super team era is really kind of over for right now. And I think
the league of duos.
It's the league of duos. Almost. We haven't seen KD come back yet. I'm waiting for that. Right now, the speaking of the Nets, currently sitting 8. I think another big disappointment this season has been Kyrie Irving. I really do.
I mean, he's just coming back.
He's just coming back
week.
from injury, but even then, he's just seemed off.
He dropped like 30 points his first game back.
I realize that.
And then second game he dropped like 24.
I'm saying prior to his injury.
Yeah.
I'm saying prior to his injury.
Started the season off with like making like 2 buckets a game.
It was ridiculous, and it was like it's not like the Nets have a lack of people to pass to. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It's just
they have a
I
bunch
don't understand.
Of like Harris, sharpshooter from 3.
Yeah. And look who took his place at the Celtics, Kemba Walker, who's putting that team. He's bringing a whole new thing to that team. Kemba's already done better than Kyrie has as far as leading the team, being a team player. Because as we said last week, Kemba knows when he's cold and knows when he's hot. When he's hot, he shoots the ball. When he's cold, he passes it. Kyrie, no matter what team he's on, no matter where he plays, always looks to get
Kyrie's
the ball.
the ball hog.
Exactly, and I think we saw that problem when he played on the Cavs. We saw that when he played on the Celtics. And you could see the effect.
To be fair, he did win a title though with the Cavs.
But even that.
But he had the GOAT, so
it was ridiculous. It was just like you can see what that effect has on the team. You look at the players on the Boston Celtics right now. They're talking about how happy they are playing on that team. Last season, if you asked players like that, they were outraged. They really were. Kyrie was feuding with Brad Stevens the whole season. It was ridiculous. It was one of the most puzzling scenarios I've ever seen, to where the Celtics got their man and then subsequently made the team have a downfall. But now they have Kemba. Now the Celtics are back to a good spot. Kyrie is down 8th place currently in the East with the Brooklyn Nets, waiting for KD to come back. Once KD does come back, though, I'm sure that team will definitely be a force in the East. Another disappointment still being the Knicks, as always. What else is new? Another big disappointment I'm looking at so far is Phoenix Suns, who... that's depressing.
They started
really
9-1, didn't they?
And I had some high hopes for the Suns this season.
They started really good.
They started really hot, and I think that the addition of Ricky Rubio was a good move for the team, because prior to that, who was their point guard? You can't even name him, can you? Exactly. So
I mean, it was Bledsoe that he went to the Bucks 2 years ago, I think.
I just think I think the Suns have been a disappointment to me personally, because as I said earlier in the year, I had really high hopes for them. I really thought that they could be contenders, and now it's just, I don't know. I'm sad for them. Currently 14-23 prior to last night's game again. It's just, it's sad to see. Timberwolves in 11th currently. That's just painful.
I mean, again, injuries.
Injuries, though. I mean, you can't even blame it on injuries for the Timberwolves, though.
Karl-Anthony Towns is out for a long time.
Is he? I'm pretty sure.
I mean, he's back now, but he was out for a while.
Now. That is true. I don't know. I'm just looking at this team. The Trailblazers, again, disappointment. I don't understand what's going on with that team. I really don't.
I honestly think it's a test.
Dame Lillard needs to get out of that team as quick as he can. I really do. They need to make a trade or something. Trade Dame Lillard for Russell Westbrook. Do what you won't. I think...
Time out. Did you say bet on live television?
I did just say bet.
Okay.
What? Listen. I'm smart with prediction. I was the only person that said Kemba was going to go to the. I was the only person that said Kemba was going to go to the Celtics. I'm good with predictions. I just think I am. I don't mean to. I don't
Who's
mean to
winning the
brag.
title?
Who's winning the title for NBA?
Yep.
Ooh, I think the Bucks can do it right now. I think as long as they stay clear of injury, Bucks
Over
can
the
win league.
Lakers?
Over the Lakers, yeah. Lakers have a worse record than the Bucks currently.
Okay.
Granted,
The Bucks playing in the
The
East.
Bucks have played 3 more games, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
But still, I still think the Bucks are a good team. I think the only competition the Bucks really have in the East is the Heat and the Celtics. I think as far as the West goes,
No, Celtics got killed by them the other day. What do you mean?
I'm talking when it comes to
I know,
playoff
I
time.
know.
Lakers have
Celtics are
the Lakers have the rest of the top 5 competitive against them. I just think there's a lot of competition amongst that top 5 in the West right now. I think the East it's clear skies ahead for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I think they can get it done.
But then if we go back to the NFL for a second, since it's on the TV.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we have like 2 minutes, but
yeah, we got a couple minutes.
the thing is about the NFL.
Your mic fell down. You want to grab that? Yeah.
All right,
there you
just
go.
hold it.
All right. Yep. There
The
you
thing
go.
about the NFL is that like you don't know who could win it all. Like just with a simple like, if it comes down to the wire.
Yeah,
like,
and NFL playoffs are a lot different than NBA playoffs in the respect that NFL regular season literally means nothing.
who's your disappointments of the NFL?
Who my disappointments of the NFL? Cowboys easily. Still them boys? Question mark. That black cat
Honestly,
found the end zone more than Zeke did.
Patriots.
That black cat against was it the Jets found the end zone more than Zeke did this
Giants.
season. 10 out of 10. You think the Giants?
No, it's in the Giants. They faced.
Oh,
the
they're
Giants.
playing the Giants.
I think the Patriots.
You think the Patriots? Yeah, they've been
100%.
a disappointment too. Yeah,
Sadly
it's
to say.
it's getting there. Anyways, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. My speech has been off today.
Indeed.
Indeed. All right. Once again, I'm Josh Randall,
I'm Tyler Wright.
and we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Peace out.